All right, back to recording. Time for science today. To be organized, it is November, help me out, 17th? I think it's November 17th.
Yes, it is. No,
Thank
18th.
you. It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday midway through November.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing.
All right. So on Friday of this week, we are going to do the body system review exam or body system exam. And I think I sent this out to you guys already. Sammy, does that look remotely familiar?
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
pretty sure I have it with all this other stuff I'm trying to organize at the same time.
Okay. So you might want to dig
Work
through
everywhere.
find everything on body systems, put them in one spot, and away we go.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Okay. So you have to know the systems in general, and that's what we started doing yesterday. So yesterday we looked, hold on, I moved my camera a little bit. There, you can see better. We looked at the circulatory system and what it does. So it pumps blood and it moves stuff. So it moves the oxygen, it moves food, it moves hormones, it moves waste. And our major organs are the hearts, veins, and arteries. Remember, veins always go to the heart. Arteries come from the heart. And how it works with other systems is it carries oxygen for the respiratory system. It carries the digested food for digestive system. And it carries the hormones for our endocrine system. Okay. Oh, endocrine's coming up shortly. The digestive system, there's supposed to be some PowerPoints being done on this, but so far nobody has done their presentations. That's okay. Yeah, let me glare at you a little bit too. I'm giving Tristan the stink eye. Okay, somebody's got to just do it. I know. Yes. All right. Anyway, so I just scanned it and sent it to you.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm just going to do a quick review. Anyway, you still have to do that, but I can't wait any longer to write the test because we're spinning our wheels, not getting too far. So the digestive system breaks down your foods that can be carried out to your cells, the main parts of the intestines and the stomach. Just as a random bit of information, your stomach does the breaking down. When the food gets into your small intestine, that's where it's absorbed into your body. And your large intestine, small intestine is about 26 feet. So your body absorbs the food there. And then whatever's left over goes into your large intestine. And that's where it takes the water out so that you don't have diarrhea and you have like normal poop. Yes. Okay. So how does it work with other systems?
Is this going to be on that test too?
What is that? The male reproductive system?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let me just back up for a sec. This sheet, this one, got that one?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I'm going to look at when I'm making up the exam. I haven't made it up yet. The grade 12s have an atmosphere exam on Tuesday.
And I should be able to answer all this off that chart?
Yes.
Okay. So I already started this.
No, I'm just having that moment of why did I make up the exam for next Tuesday when this exam's on Friday? Not my, oh no, look, I lied. November 24th, it's on Tuesday too. Okay, so.
Yeah, so I started this on CK12.
Yes, okay, perfect. So this is what I'm gonna be looking at to make your exam. Okay. A lot of it is from the CK12 and the diagrams and everything.
So this will be on my field?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's not that much information. But the body systems, then the circulatory systems, and the reproductive ones. Yeah, that's all reproductive. Okay, getting rid of that. Getting back to this. So our systems. Our endocrine system is the one that produces all of our hormones, and they're carried throughout the body by your blood system. So if it's a hormone that's used in more than one place, then it's the endocrine system, such as the pancreas that makes insulin, which controls
Blood system carriers, hormones.
Okay, what does insulin control?
Oh, insulin. like diabetes or
Yes, it's your
sugar.
blood sugar,
Breaks down sugar.
right? And that insulin goes out through your entire body, telling all the cells in your body to absorb sugar. Another example is your adrenal cortexes, which are sitting right on top of your kidneys. They produce adrenaline, or sometimes it's called epinephrine. And if you remember that beautiful, you guys are too young, that beautiful scene in Pulp Fiction where they have that big syringe and they zap.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that so many times.
Okay, that's epinephrine. And it's when your adrenaline kicks in, your eyes dilate, so they get wider. Your digestive system shuts down. I think your blood pressure goes up. Like, there's a bunch of things that all happen at once. That's a hint that it's an endocrine. It's not just stuck in one spot. Okay. Also, another simple one is the ovaries and testes that give out the sex hormones. So they cause the formation of sperm and eggs, but secondary sex. So gentlemen, you start to get more muscular and you get a more pronounced Adam's apple and you start to get facial hair, and lady, you and me, Sammy, we get more curvy.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot to rate right beside here.
That's why I sent you this.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that big piece, you're going to pull it out right away because we'll do the second half. All right. And I finished up. I'm just finishing up the immune system. So I sent you a scan of that side.
Okay.
Okay, now you're with me. So your immune system, which John is supposed to do a presentation on, is basically destroying pathogens. And pathogens is a big $10 word for disease-causing organisms. So COVID, nope. The Corona SARS virus 2 is a pathogen. The virus that causes a cold is a pathogen. The bacteria that causes tuberculosis. So all those disease-causing organisms, those are pathogens. And I'm going to fess up, I had to look up the major organs last night because the only thing I could think of was your white blood cells, because they're basically what fights infection.
Good diseases and viruses too.
Viruses too. It could even be like if you get athlete's foot, that's a fungal infection. Or if you get a yeast infection as a female, that's a fungal infection. Those are all considered to be pathogens, and your body's gonna fight them. So it's your white blood cells that do that. So if you've ever wondered why, pardon me, but pus is white, it's because it's full of white blood cells. And two parts of your immune system organ-wise, one is your thymus, and your thymus is actually a gland that's behind your breastbone. It makes white blood cells. And the place I was at also talked about tonsils, because it tends to collect white blood cells. You know, if you ever get tonsillitis and they get infected, right? I finally had mine taken out. It took forever. But they're an organ as part of our immune system. So how does it work with other systems? The circulatory system carries the white blood cells all over the place. The digestive system actually produces acid, which as you're eating food, you're going to get bacteria in. Even if it's like completely cooked and all good, you're still going to absorb some bacteria. And your digestive system produces hydrochloric acid that gets rid of that. And also the excretory system basically just gets rid of any waste produced by your immune system. Okay, so page 2. Oops. It's up to you, Sammy, if you want to write this down or you just want to wait until, frankly, I scan it and send it to you. I guess I probably should have waited and sent it all at the same time.
That's all good. I can write it down.
All right. Better to learn. Thank you. That's actually the right answer I was hoping for. All right. Okay. So what does your muscular system do, Sam?
It's what helps you lift things and builds muscles, go to the gym, pump iron. I don't know how to explain it.
It just simply moves you around.
I guess so. Pump iron.
Yeah. No pain, no gain. Oh, I can't even do a good Ernie impersonation. I can't even on a good day. So it moves you around, but there's also like involuntary muscles. Your heart is a muscle. So involuntary means you don't have to think about making it work. So if I distract you and tell you a really good story, it's not like your heart's going to stop because you're not paying attention. It'll just keep going. Same with your breathing. So this is basically voluntary functions. A really simple way is sort of if you keep doing it when you're sleeping, that's probably an involuntary muscle movement. Your heart, your digestion. That's enough. All right. Can you name me a muscle? Because that's an organ.
A muscle? Your brain. No?
No.
Okay.
I would say the brain is like a muscle. It's not really a muscle. What's this one?
Your biceps.
There we go. What's the other half of it? Because they always come in pairs. Bicep and?
Oh my goodness.
Tricep.
I knew that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. And you can name whatever other muscle that you can think of. But your heart is also a muscle. Your stomach is a muscle because it's got muscle tissue on the outside and it's always squeezing to mix all the food in there.
Oh yeah.
How does your muscle system, that muscular system, work with other ones? What do your muscles connect to?
Your bones?
There you go.
I'm just moving around my arms trying to think.
I know. I was
Sorry.
watching. It's kind of cool. I was dancing. I was dancing earlier. So it connects to skeletal system for movement. And how do you were doing your little dance there, moving your arms around. How did you do that? What made you do that?
My brain made me do it.
That's right. Which brain? Which system is your brain in?
My noggin, my head, my skeleton, skull.
And the system would be the nervous system.
Oh, nervous. Nerves.
It's also the nervous system that controls the involuntary, but it's easier. Just think about voluntary movement. All right, nervous system. What does it do?
Quick reactions?
Okay, yes. So react to the environment. Respond. Now, I don't know if you know this word, stimulus.
I can't even pronounce that.
Okay.
Stimulus.
When I'm talking and you're hearing me, that's a stimulus. So something in the environment is causing changes or you're experiencing it, that's a stimulus. And then you react to it.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's probably, well, okay, what does your noggin do?
Makes you think.
There you go, thinking. What? Oh, wait. What is an organ in your nervous system?
Liver?
No.
No.
Nope. It's in your head.
Brain?
Yeah, don't overthink this. You betcha. That's going to be your big one. Okay, so we got the brain going on. And what does your brain connect to? Kind of in your back.
Your spinal cord.
There you go. Tristan's back. That's okay.
Yeah, it was ultraly quiet there.
All right. So if something is a reflex, so if you touch something hot, so I'm going to show off my really nice looking hand right now. See how it's got this nasty red stuff?
Yeah.
Smart me decided to put something in the microwave in a bowl that was covered, and then I took the cover off and my hand was right there. Wow, that was some
Ouch.
serious reflex to get my hand out of the way. I still ended up getting second-degree burns because I'm an idiot, and I did record myself saying that. But that's a reflex, and reflexes actually go from your nerves to your spinal cord and back. I didn't have to go, wow, that's hot. Maybe I should do something about that. No, my body said, move. So reflexes really only go to your spinal cord. But if it's something you have to think about, it'll go all the way to your brain. So if you take a little kid, like a little baby, and you scratch the bottom of their foot, what do?
Kick it away right away.
They will, or sometimes their toes will curl up like that.
Yeah.
That's an example of a reflex. They don't have to think about that. That just happens.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as my son lifts up his arms and he sees me coming, instantly he'll just pull down his arms. Because he knows I'll tickle him right away.
Ah.
It's like, don't do that.
Okay,
You're asking for it.
Tristan's talking to me about typos. Oh, I can't spell very well. Cut me some slack, please. Oh, and that's on video too. Sorry. It's that kind of day, guys. All right, now, how does my nervous system work with the other systems? Well, the nervous system pretty much controls every other system. For example, it controls the heart rate. Right? There's nerves that connect in your heart that tell it when to contract. It controls muscles for movement. Coordinates you walking, right? So coordinates, oh, that's muscles for movement. I don't know, that'll do, as long as you know a couple. All right, it's okay, Tristan, I'll give you this copy later, or I'll make one. All right, reproductive system. What's that for?
Oh my goodness.
Don't overthink. Yeah,
Make
okay.
babies.
Making babies, yes. You cannot use the word in the definition. So making babies.
Procreation.
Whoa, there we go. I think that's how you spell procreation. I don't know. All right, you spell check me later. Yes, to make more. I was just trying to think if there's a reproductive system if an organism is asexual, but you know what? We're only talking about humans, so just something I don't need to think about.
Asexual being.
Like, nope, not worms, because worms had eggs. Like a spider plant or some kind of a plant that you get an exact duplicate of, and I will bring up a plant tomorrow to show you guys.
Is there any mammals that are?
No, there's no asexual mammals. There is, okay, so here's an example of a shark that is asexual. It's fairly rare, but there was a female hammerhead shark that was in an aquarium for like 10 years, and surprise, she suddenly was pregnant. Now, it's not like Mr. Shark was suddenly got into her tank or anything. They actually did a DNA on the baby afterwards, and it was identical. The DNA was identical to the mom. So something kind of magical happened there.
Yeah, 'cause you usually get DNA from.
Yeah, it should be coming from both. So it's really uncommon in higher animals, but it's really common in plants. There's a few worms that'll do it. Starfish will do it. Sponges, but usually not higher animals. All right, important parts, organs for the reproductive system. Let's go. Ovaries. And in gentlemen, we can talk about testes. That'll do. Right. Now, how does it work with other systems? Yeah, we're all giggling. It's like, okay. It works with the endocrine system. Produces the hormones that are needed. So it's the endocrine system that produces the testosterone and the estrogen, progesterone, and everything else that's needed that causes the sexual characteristics to develop. Your blood system, circulatory system. Whoops. Okay, so it moves the hormones around. It provides nutrients for the baby. Provides blood for erections. That'll do. All right, we are almost there. All we have left is the respiratory system and the skeleton. All right, what does the respiratory system do?
Oxygen intake.
All right.
And
What do we get rid of?
carbon monoxide.
Oh, so close,
Carbon
you're dead.
dioxide.
Yes. Oops, now I spelled dioxide wrong. I can't put outtake. So O2 and CO2. Those are the biggest things. Your respiratory system will also, it gets rid of heat. More so in dogs or something like that. You'll see them when it's really warm, they'll start to pant. But as a human, you can pant, but there's also heat always coming out. And a little bit of water that we also get rid of, but this is the main stuff. Sammy, what are the main organs for the respiratory system?
Lungs.
Beautiful. I was like, how am I going to give hints for that? Exactly.
Diaphragm.
Yeah.
No, that diaphragm. Uses up, can't breathe.
It also gets messed up, I think, when you get the hiccups. But yes. All right.
I just want like certain snake bites. The diaphragm will.
Oh. I think you have a scary knowledge base.
Yep.
Okay. So,
How I learned that was anacondas constrict people, right?
mhm.
So the diaphragm can't expand.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
get any oxygen.
Right. Okay. So it's going to work with the main one. It's going to work with is which system? We've got oxygen. Now, what are we going to do with it?
Circulatory.
Yep. We need the circulatory system to move it around. Here. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, all right. I had one. Oh, I didn't get it.
What's wrong with that black one? Like right there.
I hate these ones.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
We have a pencil crisis. And with our muscular system, because our muscular system causes our chest to expand and contract. Can you live with only one lung?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I knew a guy that he got in a real bad car accident. He only had 1.5 lungs.
Mm. One of my cousins had lung cancer and they took one lung out. And it didn't really affect him until one time. Sorry, I'll put that back on. We were out at the lake and we were just walking into deeper water. And he got so far and he said, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, what? And the water pressure on his chest was too much, which is one lung he wasn't able to expand. And I'm like, that's okay. You can go into shallower water. I really don't want you to die out here just because we went walking into deep water. Oh, man.
Didn't they do some lung transplant on some kid that was vaping too much?
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Skeleton. Why? Why do we need skeletons?
Or
All our tissues are connected on.
Yeah. How about support?
support, yeah.
Oh,
Remember when we talked about plant cells, they have a cell wall, so each one of them has support?
Support.
We don't. We have a skeleton. There's a couple other things. For example, your skull. It's lovely, but not,
Brain.
there we go. Protection. Of your brain. Where's your heart?
Your ribcage.
Right? It's not an accident that your heart is behind all those ribs being protected, and your lungs. And your bone marrow, which is the stuff inside the bones, produces something. Produces red blood cells.
Oh.
Just like when we talked about bones, or sorry, muscles, I should just like name me one. Excuse me. Name me a bone in your body.
Femur.
All right, where is that?
Your leg.
Which part?
The biggest one. Lower.
Nope,
Upper.
upper one. That's the strongest bone in your body.
Femur and what's the other one?
The ones down at the bottom are
I know
Fibula and
fibula
tibula.
and tibia.
Yeah.
For your arms.
no. Nope, radius and ulna are up here.
Okay. Oh yeah, because there's two in the bottom, right?
There's two there
Okay.
and there's two here, which is really cool because the same bones, I'm going to go in biology 30, look a little around here. That same structure is the same in us. It's the same in chicken. It's the same in whales. We start out with one big bone, right? In humans, what's the top arm bone called? It's kind of funny. Humerus.
Femur.
Humerus. And then you have the two little bones here. Radius, I can't remember which is which. Radius and ulna. And in your leg, you have a femur, and then you have two little bones. And if you go by wings, you've got the drummy part, and then you've got that little wing thing with the two bones in it. It's the
Joints?
same structure. And that's what scientists use as a good example of evolution. Right? We all must have came from the same ancestor because we're all kind of made the same. Just saying. Little rant. Biology 30, you're going to remember that. All right, so what is it? How does it work with other systems? Well, what attaches to our skeleton?
Muscle.
Yes. Okay. And we just said over here.
Tendons, right?
Yep. Now, yes, tendons, and I think ligaments are the ones that put the joints together. I think that's how that works. It works with your circulatory system to produce red blood cells. It works with your nervous system to do what? I already kind of said it. How do my bones work with my nervous system?
Protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they just form your spine, protect your spinal cord.
Mm-hmm. Protects brain and spinal cord. I always feel slightly bad because I hear Brian saying that, oh, okay, lesson done. I'm going to stop recording.